2, 3, 4. Down to the VHS. VHS out of the VHS. It's the 18 of my business. Cause I was out of the outset doing stuff. Smoking the Wi-Fi beverages. And I guess that's the way it goes. Down to the VHS. VHS out of the VHS. Got no money, smoking crack, saving up for the Betamax. Down to the VHS. VHS out of the VHS.
Hello, and welcome to Obscure Tape Time, the show where we watch VHS in their entirety and invite you to suffer along with us.
Normally I'd say from start to finish, but I don't think we're going to be doing that today.
We're not
are we?
doing that today.
No, we kind
Yeah.
of can't. For reasons that we will explain,
Yeah,
that you will explain, because you know better than I do.
I do know better.
Yeah,
Always know better.
yeah. Are you alright over there?
What have you been doing this week?
Not a lot. I mean, Halloween was Halloween,
Yeah,
but I've been so tired. Like, just so overwhelmingly tired.
Hmm.
How about you?
I had Halloween and I had hundreds of kids over and I gave them all candy and I made some of them cry. But we did Halloween last week. Also, I went out thrifting a little bit, and also I got a call from my contact who buys up storage lockers.
I thought you were going to say boobies.
Boobies! They buy up boobies! They buy up storage lockers and they sell us everything that they find within, if it is VHS related, and I got some interesting spicy saucy videos. I'm looking forward to going through those. That's my week done.
Yeah, I wish I had like anything interesting to say.
You gotta start thinking what am I gonna say when Rob asks me what I've been doing this
Well, the
week?
problem is when all I did was go to work. That's not really.
You gotta try your hardest to make one of those works in a story.
Yeah.
Even if you do
unfortunately, I
something to
don't
make
have
it
one of
happen.
those interesting jobs where things happen.
People come in and you're like, wow, that guy's weird. You could talk about that.
You know, it used to at the old store.
That's because you used to work the
But
graveyard.
we used to
shift.
have the alien guy,
You had to
and then
stay
there was
open
the
real late at
euthanasia
night.
guy, and then there were so many interesting people.
I keep trying to convince businesses that they should always stay open during the night to cater for the vampire and hooker crowd. Mhm.
I feel bad for the ones who miss out.
I got some beer.
Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of that. There's not much we can do, unfortunately, given that the boy is home.
He needs his light to be able to see the TV that's got a light in it. And to dance on the couch. You gonna
Yeah.
dance on the couch?
He probably will later.
Perform!
It will probably happen at some.
So did you do anything for the thing that happened yesterday? Did you go gamble? Did you watch the horses? Did you have to listen to it at work or something?
God, no.
No?
No.
I
Some
had-
people talked about it, but
I had nothing to do with it.
I didn't even fully my brain never processed that it was on, because it's just not something that is on my periphery ever.
The only reason I would give a crap is because I look at dates in the calendar to try and make things relevant sometimes.
As much as possible.
And we actually do have a Melbourne Cup video. It's called The Foster's Fabulous Tuesday video. It is a complete history of the Melbourne Cup, and it's got this thing in it which I don't understand, but it's just got a bunch of.
What is it? A list of winners?
Like, I guess I don't know. Read it. I didn't really care enough.
Yeah, it's a list of the winners.
There you go.
Since the very first one in 18. No, that can't be right. It's older than that.
I need you to hold it though. That's a hefty tape.
It's definitely got some weight to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it used
And
to be
it's
sponsored
Foster's.
by Foster's.
Of
So
all fucking companies.
of all companies. Yeah. So I thought we'd chuck it in and just watch the first part because it goes for 3 hours and it's absolutely boring.
God.
But we can watch the first part as like a poem about the Melbourne Cup, and then there's an ad for Foster's.
Okay, so watch until the after the Foster's ad.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. This is strangely like a high quality brochure here.
It's a high quality tape. Like someone paid something for it somehow. It was meant to be a gift pack. I think it came with more than just the video.
$1986 is the latest listed on here. Does that mean that's when it's from?
Yeah, this is an 80s video. I mean, when did Foster's get bought out and no longer become Australia's favourite beer?
Was it ever actually Australia's
No,
favorite
but that's what
beer?
they said in the ads.
Yeah. I was just curious. I feel like I've never heard of it as having a good... Is it meant to go 38, 39 without anything appearing?
Maybe. I don't know. We'll find out after a minute or two before we get bored. Hi, puppy. Do-do-do-do.
This is quite the tape. Hey, here we go. 87.
87.
So it is to promote that year. It's the last one is 86. You know what?
What?
Fuck kid, I'm gonna go close those blinds. Can't even see the fucking screen.
Good. I'm glad. It can learn to live in darkness.
Comes Archer Lady Bay, walking all the way to Melbourne for just one day.
This one day.
Sinews strain and nostrils show bright red.
Oh, so much
For
better.
a week or so in our cup.
No more glare.
No more glare.
Fabulous Tuesday. From over the sea came a legend called Carmine.
He's fine.
Such Tasman troops are now
Yeah, he'll live.
story. But our cup was barely 3 decades old when Carmine blessed it with his glory, lumping 10 stone up that Flemington Strait, and the crowd roars, for here's another hero to fate on this fabulous Tuesday.
Fabulous Tuesday.
From deep in the
That
depression gloom comes the great red soul boom.
Yeah.
Far lap, far lap. Will there ever be another
Did that fix it?
That'll fix the echo on there, I think.
Nice.
Hopefully away. No jock ever earned his money so easily on this fabulous Tuesday.
Fabulous Tuesday. I have a feeling this poem is called Fabulous Tuesday.
Yeah, that would be my guess.
So is the video.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. You know, the gift pack probably means it just came with a case of beer.
Hell yeah.
It probably tasted like water. It's Foster's.
Tastes like making love in a leaky canoe.
It is genuinely the worst beer I've ever had. Like, I've had pretty shit beers. But it is...
What a parade.
I wouldn't even say arguably, I would say it is the worst.
Speaking of, I mean, that's something we did this week. We both now own shares in one of Geelong's premier hipster beer places.
That's true, we do. Yeah, we are officially shareholders.
In Valhalla. Has it come out of your bank yet? I'm just like, please take the money. No? It
I
has?
think it has, yeah.
Oh, crap. I better chase that up.
I think so. I'll ask Tor. I think it has, though.
They sent me a message saying it would.
On this fabulous
Send Tori a
Tuesday,
message right now and be like, yo, is that money ever coming out? She's more in tune with all that stuff.
It's going to be close here. Pee-wee's going to beat them all with a mighty run. Pee-wee swamps them on the line. And Pee-wee
Whoosh.
to the half the noble comment. Ahead of
what a fabulous Tuesday.
What a fabulous Tuesday. The Melbourne Cup collection. Here we go. Beer commercial.
So fucking sad that we don't get ads like this anymore. All ads are just fucking ridiculous sports bet ads.
Oh,
Let
yeah.
Burfy do some okay ads.
Sports bet. Oh, I kind of like that Canadian club one, where they're like, I only drink beer because Baz does. I only drink beer because my dad does. So
I've seen
advertising
that.
Canadian club on tap. Yeah. Such a dramatic song for beer. Foster's Lager.
What's up? Bring it down.
Foster's Lager.
This is
It's
Foster's
got
Fabulous
flavor.
Tuesday, the day that
That's
stops the nation.
taking you all
Oh,
around
Our
the world.
sponsorship
What's
of the
going
Melbourne
on?
Cup, Australia's most
Something
famous
fix it.
sporting event, began with the first $1 million cup in 1985.
Alright, we don't need to
It
watch
is
the rest
certainly
of this.
fitting that those
I tell you
two
what
national
though, instead of
treasures
rewinding it, fast forward it to the end. Then we can rewind a little bit and watch the other Foster's ad that's on there after the 3-hour documentary.
Jesus. It's gonna take a while.
That's alright, we got to talk about this one.
Okay, let's talk about it. I don't know what to say about it because I haven't seen it, but I'm assuming.
So this is part one of mating preparation of horse breeding. We're going to learn about horse breeding today. So interesting thing about this tape is it was sponsored by Robert H. Kerrigan, who was a guy who's taught horse management at like TAFE in New South Wales. He wrote 100, probably just 6, but a bunch of books about horses. On the credits at the start, it thanks the veterinarians that were consultants on the tape to try and make sure that everything was correct. And in the credits at the end, it thanks the different farms that allowed them to film at their farms. But none of the people in the tape have credited names. They didn't want to have anything to do with it.
Yikes.
But basically, this actually comes as 2 parts. We've got part 2 here as well. This is mating management. We cannot watch this one on stream. This shows guys just full on grabbing a horse dick and shoving it right inside the other horses. So that's like the whole tape as well. It's really gross. And
Ew.
but if you're interested in watching the 3-hour Melbourne Cup documentary, it's going up on our backup site, our archive
Oh,
site.
good. That might be a background watch for me sometime.
And I'm gonna do this on there as well. It'll have to go under an R18 flag.
Yes,
first.
no doubt.
But if you want to watch horses get their
Forced
on,
into banging each other.
forced
then-
into bang. Actually, I was half listening to this one as I was going. They talk about shy mares, as in the
Aw.
horse doesn't want to do it,
Poor horsey.
but we have to convince them to do it.
That goes to the end, or
I don't know. What are you doing?
I don't know. Just the number stopped moving, so I'm assuming that means.
It didn't go for the full 3 hours.
Well, it might have. It might just. I don't know. Ooh, stop, Chester.
No, this isn't the end quite yet.
There's one thing
Oh, yeah, it is the
particularly
end.
Aussie about it. Being a handicap, it allows relatively moderate horses to beat the best. The Battler can make it to the top.
Yeah, handicaps
Rather
are
makes it
good.
a symbol of our nation, don't you think?
Yeah, because we're all handicaps in Australia.
Fabulous Tuesdays.
Here goes another bit of a poem.
I think it's more annoying because we didn't have a documentary in between.
Flemington, and the nation holds its breath.
It went for 2.5 hours.
Yeah, but we skipped that and just got more of the same bullshit. we had to deal with the bad poetry, like that bad sort of like patriotic poetry that everyone hates.
what we deal with on Australia Day.
Unless you're a
usually.
really old person.
And then you cry. It even sounds like some of the ones we were watching for Australia Day. With the same, like, tone. It's probably the same voice actor.
Could be. I'm sure there aren't many of them here, especially not in the 80s.
Newspaper research. That's how they found out about horses. They
So much
just went
easier to
through
do
the
that now. You
newspaper.
just pay a little fee and you can do it all from home. You don't have to go to a library at all.
Police forces.
The police? Oh, there's a racing fraternity.
Oh, did I tell you about who visited me on Halloween?
Who visited you on Halloween?
Stay True and Bunny. They came in ski masks and held me up for candy.
Oh no, not candy!
It was great.
That's for the children! Oh no! And you can't call the police because they were wearing masks, you don't know who they were.
The reason I remember is because they were blaring NWA's Fuck the Police out of their car with all the little kiddies around, and I'm like, no! Stop!
That's inappropriate.
They're hooligans! Absolute menaces!
Right geezers they are.
They're my favorite celebrities in Geelong. They visited me. More patriotic beer. It's the same band, they just wrote a different song.
I believe it.
In fact, all they ever do is write beer songs. For the pub jukeboxes. She loves her beer. They love their horses. He loves these hamburgers. With a beer!
Huh.
Ah! Why was there a naked guy getting spoofed by a horse? Australia's favourite beer. Thanks, Fosters, for telling
It's
us
none
about
of those things anymore.
horses that we didn't listen to because it was
It's not Australian anymore. I don't think it's really a favourite anywhere except for some places in Britain, perhaps.
And only maybe can you call it beer?
Yeah, I don't think it's beer.
I think he needs a beer.
It's
Slam his bottle. Hey,
good, mate.
another! I'm gonna wait for the rewind. How come
Yeah.
no one's here today? Is it a busy day?
I have no idea.
Did you press the wrong button? Did it not tweet out?
Maybe.
Are we live?
Yeah.
Awesome. Quiet day then.
Yeah.
It happens.
I'm not concerned about it.
They can watch horse screwing later.
Maybe that's why they're not here. They're like, ew. Ew.
We'll have to. We invited people to suffer along with us, and they said no.
It was an emphatic no, apparently.
Nice. That's what I like to see.
People taking charge of their own destinies.
That's right. Destino.
Oi! Oh shit.
This is the rewind song. We're rewinding our video all day long.
That's what we need. I need to make another song. I need to make it a rewind song that you can loop. So we can just play it and have us just dance.
This is a rewind song. You have to have the sound of the tape rewinding as the backing of it.
If I can find a loop of it, then fine. But otherwise it's going to be like...
Record it with your phone. I'll record it and send it to you. Alright, you ready to watch horses get it on?
Oh
We're
yeah.
gonna make the loves and do the kisses. I'm not joking either, they actually do kiss a lot. It's like one of the things they were talking about. One of the horses' major foreplay is the fact that they kind of kiss and bite at each other's legs.
Why they call it horseplay.
That's why they call it horseplay. Charlie Horson. Alright, I'll leave it up to your discretion on when we should stop it, but I'm feeling it's going to be around 50 unless you don't give a crap and you drop the VOD or something. I don't know.
Oh, I
But
don't.
as I said, this comes from New South Wales, which
Thoughts.
is local. Bunch of hicks with horses up
It's
there.
not local. It's
It's not as local as I'd like. I'd like to go to the farm and like take my sub
my
sandwich.
sister-in-law owns horses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She-
If I'd been a bit more proactive, could have done some filming, but I'm tired.
Yeah. See,
But-
look, well, they're already doing it. Nice, still frame there. That's the bit we're looking for. Remember that. Write that down in your notebook now.
It reminds me of Beavis and Butthead. It's like it's coming out of the ass of the ass.
That's right.
Tori, get back to me yet?
Put mine on. Do not
Oh
disturb.
no, they have not taken it from us.
Yeah, that's alright. That's alright then. You don't have to worry. This film was taken through normal stud procedures and represents the management methods used on the cooperative studs. No artificial or staged procedures are present during this series. Due to the wish to film and show normal stud management, erratic behaviour. It was starting off easy.
Horse mating
easy
habits
bit.
have been evolved over many years in a natural situation, where the stallion and the mares ran freely together as a herd. The stallion, in the natural herd environment...
By the way,
runs
this is a
large
video
herds,
that
is
you
always
saw me
possible
see
for
on
the
eBay's and said,
is
I want
unrestricted
you to buy
24
that.
hour
We
a day
need
access
that.
to the mares.
Yeah, I believe it.
Will follow his every move
That would've been
as
early
he
days
goes
though,
through the
right?
paddock.
No.
Oh no,
Last
not
year.
super early days. I think I recall there was like a few different things we looked at.
With his
Yeah.
one band of mares for some years. This stallion has only ever been handled once in his life, some years ago as a recently weaned foal, and is a very successful sire of heavy horses. He controls his mares in a subtle but defined way, as he is the king of the mob, and the mares will always follow the lead of the
They say
stallion
as he
unless
like
something else
skulks
goes
away
to
into a
wrong.
dark crevice
Even
in
when
the.
stallion
No, they're
follows
following. Look, it's like,
the
oh,
mares
where'd
will
it go?
follow him down to the watering hole.
Yeah, see?
It will only be in very rare circumstances that the mares will have a drink before the stallion. In this herd situation, where the stallion and mares are allowed to run together all the time, the stallion and the mare have no physical or time
Hi,
restrictions
bosses.
placed upon their sexual behaviour
Oh, I see.
and are able to freely choose their time and their place of mating. Stallions are known to be able to smell mares on heat up to 400 metres away. So by this particular sense of smell, which is very acute in the horse,
It's
and
so
much better
cute.
than the human sense of smell, the stallion is
cute.
able to detect the obvious smells of a mare in estrus, or in season, or on heat.
Estrus. Remember that word.
The detection
It'll
by
be
the
on the
stallion
test.
of a mare
Already
on heat
forgotten it.
is
Write
then
it down in
followed
your
by
notebook,
close
yeah.
physical contact of mare and stallion, and ultimately mating. There is no urgency about the need to mate. The mare will not be suddenly presented to and then removed from the stallion. Both mare and stallion just decide to mate when they both consider the time is right.
Horses in their natural environment. The Australian
Horse
bush.
breeding practices normally involve keeping the stallions and the mares separated
Can
from
someone
each other.
tell that cricket to shut
until
the
the
hell up?
actual
We're trying to
act of
make a
mating takes
documentary.
place. There are a number of reasons why breeding horses are now managed in this manner, but from a practical horse breeding viewpoint, such practices of separating mare and stallion do present
Oh,
a
you
number of
forgot to
problems
put
as to
that
how
back
to
in the cage.
determine
Oh, yes, I
exactly
need that.
when a mare
That's
and a stallion
important.
should be mated.
Oh,
By using
distracted.
these modern-day stud management methods, we have imposed physical barriers in terms of yards and fences, and time barriers in terms of working hours on horses during the breeding season. As a result of these man-made management controls on the sexual cycle of the horse, some of the important
That damn
natural
cricket.
pre-mating or teasing habits of the horse can be modified and or changed from what would normally happen in the mob or herd situation. The important fact is that the stallion no longer
Starting
has
off strong.
24-hour per day access to the mare, and as stud managers we are imposing on the horses some management routines which are completely contrary to the natural habits of horses running in a mating mob. The act of teasing is that part of mating preparation which under modern stud management allows the stud master to determine when any particular mare will be receptive to the stallion and is ready to be mated. In this video, we will look at various
Stop
types
this
of
video up too
teasing
much. Boy.
and many of the practices and problems which can be encountered
What's
when
up?
trying to determine when a particular mare is on heat.
I have to get up.
Stallions running in a mob situation
You're
become
gonna
very
come in.
protective
Move.
of their mares. In this section, a
What's
Clydesdale
up?
stallion has just been yarded with his mares for their twice yearly drenching.
You hungry?
Oh yeah, it's about that time.
These
your
yards are
lunch.
foreign and strange territory to the mob, and the presence outside the
Huh?
yards of the two geldings used for mustering is also of some concern to the stallion.
Come with it. Oh.
Good job. Is it good? That is good. Yeah.
I get back to watch my cake now.
So far, it's just horses and music. Oh, there's some kissing. Kissing through the fences.
Oh, they're kissing?
Through the fences.
By smell, the stallion determines whether the geldings are not other stallions or mares on heat. Had the geldings
Yes,
been
yes.
other stallions, it is most likely that a confrontation between the two male horses would have occurred well before this. The ability of two stallions, unknown to each other, to physically touch each other is something to be avoided at all costs. This stallion is also trying to determine whether the geldings are not in fact mares on heat. Whilst horses are generally accepted as being seasonal breeders, there are studies which show that stallions and mares running in the mob, such as this, can breed at any time of the year. This segment takes some 2 or so minutes.
Get it?
It is an interesting
Get it?
example
Oh,
of the behaviour of a stallion
Oh,
who
well,
is all the time with his mob of mares.
Aw, now horsey cuddles. Starting off tame. Tame horses. Yeah? Hey, I saw a white pickup in the background. Just like in Lord of the Rings. Oh! Oh dear.
They banging?
No, they're just getting knocky at each other. Because he's like, let's bang, and she's like, no, I'm not in the mood. Got a headache.
Please.
I don't know you. That's my purse. Small stud testing. No wait, teasing. Teasing.
On small
Gonna
horses
tease
with
them.
restricted numbers of mares, often the stallion also performs the duties of teaser as well as that of stallion.
Teasing
This
the
Australian
small
stockwell
studs.
stallion is being used as a teaser
There's a dude.
to a maiden mare. This mare has never been teased or mated before.
Never been teased.
For me. No, mates. How an Australian?
How un-Australian, no mates. Teasing is an important part.
What we do to our mates over here, we just tease each other.
It's forced
In
foreplay.
this one-man teasing operation, the use of the round yard does not allow the stallion access for physical contact on any part of the mare's body. So we are relying solely on observations of the mare's reaction to the presence of the stallion. We are therefore looking in the mare for tail elevation, staling or passing of straw-coloured urine, and ear reaction.
Ear reaction. We're looking for tail elevation. Oh, there's some tail elevation.
This
Got
maiden
it.
shows some of
She's
the reactions of a
interested.
mare not on heat, namely ears laid back and apprehension in approaching the stallion. Teasing maidens such as this mare sometimes requires much more patience than with mares who have already had a foal.
Oh, Not going to give their first foal to just anyone. It's a special gift.
This mare is readily showing tail elevation, but is a little shy, and shows some laying back of the ears, which generally are a sign of mares not on heat. However, the passage of the straw-coloured urine, commonly called staling, confirms that the mare would be prepared to mate. If a second person is present, he or she can be at the back of the mare, observing any signs of vulval winking.
Ah, there it is. I guess that means it's almost time.
One problem with one-man teasing using a yard of this type is that it does not allow the stallion to be able to physically lick the mare's hindquarters or to actually smell the mare's vulva.
Yeah, you can make jokes like that from afar, but you're not watching what's going on the TV. Large stud teasing. Is a large stud just physically bigger, or one that's already dry mares? Ah. Clean up crew.
On the bigger horse studs,
Are they going
large
after
numbers of
mouth?
mares, the mares are generally run in mobs.
Never go
Brought
ask
from the
them out.
paddocks into the yards for teasing 3 times a week, generally Monday, Wednesday and Friday. It is important for the mares about to be teased to be allowed to proceed slowly.
We're learning
from
about
the
dry
paddocks to the
mares now.
teasing yards.
As in
In
those
the
who
right
say no,
situation, where
and that's not
stallions
good
run
enough.
freely and unrestricted with mares, there is no hurry or haste about the teasing process. It is slow, calm and
Do you
controlled.
think any of these farmers want a
Any
wife?
stud management practice which does not treat mares to be teased in a similar manner is to be discouraged.
Or you think they're happy with their dry mares?
More like nightmares, am I right, fellas?
Uh-huh. I mean, some of the things they do in this second video. They gotta get them ready. Sometimes dry mares need lubing, and that takes physical... Oh, it's filthy.
Ew.
Absolutely. It's nature, though.
I mean, is it if you have to force it?
It's desirable that
Yeah.
the mares have access to shade.
Because we've evolved them that way by selective breeding. So,
Too much
unfortunately...
mare
That's
movement
probably not a
is
good
dust
thing.
problem, which
Yeah,
may
it
lead to
happens.
infections, and also mares show symptoms of heat much better, if not disturbed too much.
Doink, doink.
In this type of situation, some mares will show obvious symptoms of being on heat and ready for mating, without the stallion even being anywhere near the mares. Reasonable yard size is also most important. You cannot effectively tease mares which are continually on the move. Mares must be settled and quiet for effective teasing.
I like how when you come sit down, all the gross shit's gone. Oh, he's got one of them blue wife beaters.
It's kind of frustrating because, like,
On
well, then
most
again, I
yard
suppose
studs,
maybe not.
Specialist teasers are used.
because I'm dealing with the result
And it
of
is highly desirable that such teasers be not only able to
All
detect
that
mares
shit.
on heat, but be
Yeah,
able to be readily
The toy
controlled.
show tail lifting as
This
well.
specialist teaser is not only used very successfully
That's
for
how I
teasing,
knew.
but is also used to muster the various mobs of mares before teasing. This horse responds exceptionally well to the commands of his handler and knows when he is being required to act as a teaser and when he is required to be just another horse without any stallion characteristics. He is easily
Flippity-flop,
handled in the presence of
flippity-flop.
mares on heat,
He's
controlled
got
only by a halter,
hooves.
and responds very well to the verbal commands of his handler. Such a stallion is invaluable as a teaser and makes the job of determining which mares are in season so much easier. There is no problem of worrying about what the teaser
They're
may do
parading the
next.
sexy horse in
Only
front
the
of all the
problem
lady
of trying to
horses.
determine
Either
whether
that or
the
the
mare
sexy
is on
man.
heat or in estrus, meaning that the
In his
mare is
wife
ready
beater.
for mating.
Yard teasing?
This mare shows all the signs of a mare on heat. She
And
stands
what a
readily in the
horse.
yard for the horse, allowing him to commence teasing at the neck, moving to the hindquarters, licking the lower leg, and smelling the
Hindquarters.
vulva.
I mean,
The
that's
mare
exactly
reacts
what
by
they're talking
wicking, which is opening and closing the vulva quickly, showing the clitoris at opening, and then by starling or passing the straw-coloured.
Did you know horses give each other oral
Note that this
sex?
teaser stallion is
I
being
believe
restrained
it.
only by use of a head collar. There is no bridle, no anti-rearing bit.
Look at
or
that
similar
penis
device
go.
being used as a stallion
Oh, I was
restraint.
going to try to
It
avoid
is
talking
important
about
that the teaser
Nope.
stallion be allowed to tease the mare without interruptions
Can't.
or fear of being suddenly and sometimes incorrectly controlled by a jerk or pull on an anti-rearing bit. Some teaser stallions become so frightened of the use of the anti-rearing bit
Now we're getting the good stuff.
that they
True
spend
that.
most of their
Let's get
teasing
shut up,
time
big
in
up.
fear of getting their mouths hurt.
This is what the Melbourne Cup is really about.
Yeah.
This problem could be
Do I even
function
have
of the
shut up?
horse,
Surely
or the
I do,
handler,
right?
or both.
You didn't tap that
The
up
use
because
of
there was no one
Yes, I
there.
did.
devices on teasers and also stallions may well be counterproductive.
Oh,
What up, Nick, by the way?
This is another good example of the behaviour
Oh, and Ryan's here too.
receptive to the stallion. She readily accepts the stallion's approach. Initially
we're learning
deflated,
about horses because it
moving
was
to
the
the
Melbourne
Watch
Cup.
up.
moving to the shoulder.
Oh!
A teaser may attempt to so the groom
Hey!
has to be ready at all times
Almost
to
as long as that
effectively
guy's
control
leg.
the horse.
I don't know how long you guys have been sitting there, but I'm just saying we got part 2 of this tape and we're not
Mare
watching
then
part
turns
2.
around to
We're
spin
not
the
even gonna get
tail
all the way through this
and
one,
allows the
apparently.
horse to lick the
we
muscles
probably
of her
shouldn't
hind
know.
legs, all the time keeping her tail in an elevated position.
Look, Ryan, you never know what you're gonna get when you come here. Oh!
None of that. We're
He
just
went for it.
teasing.
He went for it.
Grrr.
Oh!
Teaser is allowed to smell the stylings of the previous mare. The straw-coloured urine contains some traces of the hormones of the female sexual
Yeah,
cycle
sniff it.
and has a very characteristic smell of its own.
He's sniffing the toilet.
The term fleaman refers
Yeah.
to
Do we have a year on this?
his top
Okay.
lip, and is a very positive indication that the mare which deposited that particular stain
No, we
is
have a price. You wanna know how much this is worth?
It's gotta be a lot, because I mean, it's a specialized thing. $65 each? Sheesh.
Yeah,
This
each
stallion
part one.
also shows his appreciation
And someone
And
paid
that's
it.
from whenever it was,
by
Whenever it was
licking
bought,
the
they
lips.
paid for it, but there's no like reduced or anything like that.
yeah.
I would say this is early 90s.
Yeah, it looks 90s, quality-wise. But it could be slightly later than early 90s,
This
just
particular
because I
mare
imagine they
shows
don't
all the
have good
obvious signs
cameras.
of being on heat and
Yeah,
ready for
you
service.
can put things a
Apart
little
from her standing very
later
calmly
since
for
it's
the approaches
the
of the stallion, she voluntarily moves her hindquarters towards the horse, readily straddles or stands with
Hindquarters.
her hind legs apart, and voluntarily discharges or voids the style.
Oh,
Oh dear! Ew! That was like, no, dude, no. I'm not into that.
you will be.
You have to leave now.
This particular mare
Have
readily
to
stands for the
or
horse,
want to?
tail elevated and showing
Good
all the
episode to
obvious
come back,
physical
Ryan.
signs of being
Good
on heat.
episode.
But the horse is very slow to go to the back. The mare
Next week we're
compared
watching
to
home
previous
movies, I think.
teasings.
Is that right?
Some
I
stallions are known
anymore.
to
Didn't you?
dislike certain
You
mare
did,
smells
and I
even
read it,
certain
and
mare
then I
colours.
forgot it.
As this stallion
And I
is
think I read it again
observed
this morning, and then
readily
forgot it
teasing
again
males
this
of
morning.
colour,
I woke
it's
up at 2
possible
o'clock.
that this mare is
Okay,
producing
I
some
know.
smell which the stallion is finding a little strange
Oh, good.
and objectionable.
My brain doesn't work.
That's good. I'll just keep showing you horse porn until it does.
I think that's when they're going to send me further off the deep end.
No, watching Giant Robot Attack next week.
Ah.
Classic. As it's
Can
Black
your wife confirm any of this, Nick? Any of the stuff being said in this?
Surprisingly, the
Ooh,
stallion
fuck me.
of that particular mare, indicating that any strange smell will be an individual body odour and not due to the hormones controlled by the female
Fuck
reproductive cycle.
Is that like an involuntary thing that happens to their face when they get like too horny from
This
smelling
mare
piss?
It is one of those mares which is very difficult to detect as being receptive to the stallion.
It's like when you eat too many
Mere
lemons and you
behaviour
go.
in what would be considered a normal
Well,
manner
Tom Green, that's
stands in
right.
the hindquarter area.
Look, Daddy, I'm a farmer.
Ahead of the mare, she lays back her ears and shows all the
Tom
signs
Green
of
is one of the
being
funniest people
heat.
ever. If he ever tours again, I think I'll go see him again.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was funny. It's all true, apparently.
All of it. All of it's true.
Yeesh.
The bits that I'm avoiding from putting tape 2 in is where it's like guided mating. Don't really want to put that up on stream. I'll put it on the YouTube if you want to go watch it yourself. Didn't want to include that.
It makes you wonder, though, like, how much money do you think the average, like, breeder makes?
Over or through the yard roam.
Yes, well, you know, some people have that job, artificially inseminating.
No, what I mean
animals.
is, like, not because they do this, but I mean, like,
They
what are the
do this
chances
because they
you
get
breed a racehorse that actually wins enough money to justify this being your job?
maybe they
In
just
any
love it.
instance of teasing, be it yard or roam, a non-heat mare will
It's their
often
passion.
not immediately
I mean, I guess that
respond to
makes
the presence
sense.
and actions of the stallion.
Are you
There
dying?
may well
little
be an
bit.
initial period
Okay.
of disinterest by the mare, but the presence of the stallion and patience on behalf of the groom
Hey.
will generally allow the mare in season to respond
Hey,
in a
baby.
positive manner.
Lick your butt.
Ass to mouth.
I go. Must be early morning.
I mean, I imagine that's why they've got these male horses ready to go, I suppose, right? That's probably why they're saving money then. So by doing this, by doing it this way,
Standing still and wanting to grab
which
them
by the
home
look of it,
attention
they're actually like breeding them by forcing them to
This
fuck.
bay mare has voluntarily approached the yard in which the teaser stallion is tied
Therefore,
up
they're
and
saving
backed
money,
into
I
the fence,
suppose. There we go.
separating the 2 yards.
You just
She
missed the
readily
lesson
accepts
about
licking
dry
of the
mares.
stallion around her hindquarters and is definitely showing signs of being on heat.
Split. Bang! Get him in the face.
You know one thing about going ass to mouth, don't you, Arch?
And there's off-beat yard teasing.
According to stud records, this bay mare should have been on heat. She shows the most obvious signs of a mare not on heat, especially in kicking at the stallion.
Kicking? We should tie up the legs then.
Now we're getting really kinky.
Ooh, ow! Ooh! Careful, guys.
Extreme care needs to be taken in this type of teasing situation, as injury may result to either horse and possibly groom if this type of behaviour gets out of control.
Not to mention the farmers.
This chestnut mare displays more cautious signs of being off heat. She lays back her ears, lifts the hind leg slightly, but does not attempt to kick, and tends to move in a sideways motion away from the stallion. Teaser
Yep.
is also very cautious as to his approach. Smell probably telling him something.
We should have just had
indicates
Nikki
the
on for
mare
this
is not
episode.
really
She
on
would have
heat.
had a lot to offer.
It is important to note the fact that the teaser may have an erection is not a sign that the mare is on heat. Mere behaviour and reactions, including moving towards the stallion, straddling or opening the hind legs at the same time as placing them backwards, staling and winking, are more important signs than his stallion erection in determination of heat.
Stallion erections
This
are
mare
never
could be termed a
important.
shy
No.
teaser and may show better if
Hey,
teased with a
stallion lives matter.
twitch. The use of a twitch and teasing is shown later on. The teaser
Oh,
stallion
really?
has been standing quietly
Really?
on the fence rail
That's even
and is
worse.
approaching this brown mare.
I feel like that's worse, right?
Oh no, it's not nowadays. We see this later in the video.
Oh god.
That's why we invented lube, right?
I guess so.
Hell no.
Again, the signs of an off-heat mare consist of ears laying back,
Fuck you think you are,
slow
man.
but insignificant sideways movement of the mare away from the horse.
No means no, buddy. Music's gonna haunt my nightmares.
Every time you go to have sex, you're just gonna hear that in your head. And you're gonna have to dance like this every time. You're gonna take, and you slowly, like, you want it over with, so you'll like do it quicker in your head. So you're like,
For movement of wet mares, rather than moving mares and foals through a number of paddocks. There is much less chance of injury to mare or foal in laneways, where control of the horses is much easier than across open paddocks. The use of a horse person, both front and back,
Horse
would be
person?
most desirable. But if only one horse person is available, then that person should be
pretty
in front
rare.
of the mob to detect the speed of movement, and the person behind the mob can be on foot.
A horse person is when they're horse up the top and then person down the bottom, right? Otherwise, it's a centaur.
true.
So many chestnuts and one white horse.
Why do I suspect that none of these kids are mine?
Once the wet mares are placed in the teasing yards, they should be allowed to rest for a few minutes.
Wet
During this
mares.
time, the mares
Always
on heat
let your
will
wet mares
slowly
rest
drift
for a
towards
few
the
minutes.
teasing lane, whilst those not on heat will move to the more distant parts of the yard. Careful observation of the position of the individual mares in the yard before the teaser is placed in the teasing lane will help to determine the mares which are on heat.
Oh! No, go back, go back.
Wow.
The pony teaser is placed in the teasing lane, separating 2 yards of wet mares and foal. In this instance, there are a number of
Everybody
mares
look at
on heat,
me.
and he has a very busy few minutes. The bay mare tends to dominate his attention, as she is very much in season, and this is shown by the tendency of the stallion to stay with that mare to the obvious initial disregard.
Oh no!
Oh,
All over his
Suspicion
face.
of Flemming
Oh.
by the teaser stallion after the mare has staled.
oh,
The stallions
oh.
can be seen on
He's
the
like,
red,
yes! Yes!
showing all the signs of being ready to mate.
More!
Give it to me! Wow. Do it again.
Ah! Ah!
You keep doing that, it'll stay that way when the wind changes. All done?
That'll do. Alright.
He's got the post-wet mare teasing shame.
The same pony teaser has not got one mare on heat to satisfy his interest.
Wet
Both
leg.
yards are full of wet mares, But this is one day when sexual activity in those two mobs of mares is lacking. On the previous occasion, there were a number of mares against the teasing
Hey,
line,
baby.
and some 2 days later, with the same mobs of mares, not one mare in either pen is on heat and near the teasing lines. The stallion shows an excellent example of the natural habit of wild stallions of marking his own particular territory.
Why don't they like
He
me?
smells the dung, he's not sure if it is his or not, so he defecates on it, and then smells again to make sure that he is still within his own territorial boundaries. Some stallions
that better,
use a small
guys?
eight-sided yard situated in the middle of 4
That
yards
turn you on?
as a teaser enclosure.
Hey,
But the
come
lane
check out the
system
shit I
allows a
just
greater
did.
number of mares to be in direct
It's like
contact
all the
with
way
teaser
across the bowl.
due to the longer fences of the teasing lane than those which make up the small central yard.
Ew! Hey, hey, hey! Bye.
Aww.
Oh, man!
Ah, you're a bitch anyway.
Fuck all of you! Fuck you all!
A second
Oh, no, he's
teaser
brought his
is
dad
posted
with him
in
this
another
time.
teasing lane and quickly recognises those mares on heat.
So what? Wow!
Wait, wait, wait! I like that one!
That grunting.
As can be seen, the on-heat mares have drifted towards the teasing lane and are readily reacting to the presence of the pony stallion by standing near the teasing lane, raising the tail, standing with legs apart, and often styling. The previous mare was definitely on heat, as shown by the reaction of both the mare and the teaser. This mare is slow to react to the teaser. She stands readily to the horse and allows him to muzzle and lick her.
People are watching.
A second on-heat mare is voluntarily attracted to the stallion, who resents the intrusion in no uncertain terms.
And her
The
kids
teaser
there
rejects the
too.
intruding mare and then gets back to the job of teasing the original mare. When teasing wet mares, for safety reasons, always try and get the foal on the opposite side of the mare to that which the teaser is on.
Oh.
I want some too.
Line up. Take a number.
Note the very good example of the stallion grabbing hold of the mare's mane with his teeth. A common habit with some entire
Pulling
males,
hairs
especially
now.
during actual service.
She just likes it rough, that's all.
An excellent example of on-heat wet mares, standing with hind legs apart, tail up, even when the teaser is in the far part of the yard.
Oh, boys.
This on-heat mare has just started, and the teaser is smelling the starlings on the ground. He is showing no interest in the mare, who is standing in a typical position of a mare on heat, with tail up and hind legs apart.
Off-heat wet mares. We've been watching this for 34 minutes. I still don't understand what half these words mean.
Yeah, I'm confused.
Simply kicking out and rejecting.
I think wet means they've had a kid.
Is that what that means, Nick? Help us here.
This mare is not
W-E-T-P-E-T-S. W-E-T-P-E-T-S. Wet pets. San Pablo.
The behaviour of this off-heat mare is not quite as obvious as those shown before. The mare lays her ears back and tends to back away from the teaser stallion as he approaches.
Ah, pup. You're comfortable. That's when my leg...
Lactated.
when my leg gets broken?
It means lactated.
Ah, so it just had a kid. A foal. A little one. So what you want to do is make the male horsey do the female horsey while her kid watches.
Yes.
That's what we're learning. That's what we're learning.
How else is
This
little
bay
gonna
mare
learn?
is definitely not interested in the teaser study.
Fuck you.
You never write, you never call.
Get the fuck out my shit, bro.
You just turn up here whenever you want to get some.
Typical bloke, always going for the woman who doesn't want him.
Check out that red farmer singlet though.
Now that's how you attack a man.
Yeah.
How you doing in there, bud? You eating?
The chestnut mare is very reluctant to have anything to do with the teaser. Even some degree of physical exertion by the groom is resented by the mare, who is just not interested in the horse. Again showing that she is definitely not on heat.
Definitely not. Problem mares.
This mare is what could be called very shy to show. She
What are
has
you
to have
doing
a twitch
to her
applied so
lip?
that she is under some degree of control. With a twitch on, she stands and accepts the teasing acts of the stallion, although a little reluctant. This mare is
Jesus
one of
Christ.
about 20% of all mares which are known to be
What?
shy to show, no matter what.
This is getting uncomfortable now, man.
Is more common
Yeah.
in mares early in
I love
the
that.
season,
Yeah,
especially
now?
in mares with long winter coats and also in maidens. Shy teasing simply means that they do not show the obvious reaction.
Just leave her alone. There's so many other horses there.
They've all got to pull their weight. They've got to be worth their money. Their staying cost, their feed.
What a disgrace. What if she wants to do it for love?
Oh. What if she doesn't swing them?
Exactly. I mean, come on. Think about it. Not cool, man.
The farmers are just like, no, trust me, you'll like it. Just the tip.
You're gonna kick the face. Keep this up.
The farmer's getting angry, like, stop biting her legs.
What's the lesson here, folks? If she rejects you, get the farmer to help you out.
Get the farmer to hold her down.
Yeah. Yikes.
And tie up her lips so she can't scream.
Yikes! He's like, I don't know about this one, man. You know, man, I said I'd do anything for you,
Is now
but
being removed, and the mare still exhibits some of the signs of a mare not on heat. She tends
What
at
have you
times to
done?
lay back her ears and tries to move away from the horse. She does not, however, attempt to kick or be vicious in any way.
Ah, progress. No fighting back.
This mare's behaviour is known from written records of previous seasons' teasings. She has always been a difficult mare to get to show, but her behaviour this time has been consistent with previous experiences. She's finally assessed as being suitable for veterinary examination to determine the exact status of her ovaries and to decide a possible mating time. Some mares with foals at foot are often very difficult to detect as being in season or on heat. Their mothering ability and their concern for the foal at foot, sometimes referred to as foal proud, is often due to specific hormonal balances with the individual mare, which tends to mask or hide their external behavioural patterns when teasing is attempted. This chestnut mare is one such mare as she is continually concerned for her foal. If you observe carefully, you will see that the foal is actually suckling the mare for the first 2 minutes of this particular teasing.
Oh god,
2 minutes.
Yeah, the kid's drinking milk and they're worried about her getting laid.
And secondly, that of showing signs of heat so that she can react to the teaser.
Let
The
her
mare has no
feed her
alternative.
kid.
She's being
Let her
restrained by the
feed
groom's
her baby.
operation.
It's not time for the
Christ.
boinking.
In a natural
But the farmers say it
situation,
is.
maternal hormonal
You gotta do what the farmers say.
as a mare
Yeah,
would
it's
approach
about
the stage
puppets.
of her own free will when the foal was not suckling. She will readily stand for the teaser and really shows little effort to move away from the horse, and no obvious signs of kicking at the stallion. Similarly, she shows little effort of wanting to be near the horse, a feature common with most mares when in season. A lot of time and patience is required to determine whether this mare is really on heat and going to be receptive to the stallion.
Right.
Oh, here we go.
Say it loud. Say
Let's
it
get the tune
clear.
again.
Huh?
There's a tune coming again. Ooh. Get that sexy music playing. That's how you really get them to want to do it.
Oh, you gotta play some sexy music.
I mean, just because it doesn't sound sexy to us doesn't mean that the horse
The
is
sweet sounds of Barry Manilow.
That'll make anyone moist. Modular Vibe, how you doing?
Hi, we're watching some horses do it.
Yeah.
Come on, horses, do it.
Depending on who you ask, this is both a new high and a new low for the.
Do it like
The show.
pigeons. Right now we've got a lady horse.
I did not send a costume pic.
No, I didn't dress up.
I had to work. So. You little shit!
Take care of your baby. I focused on my own Halloween thing. I give out tons of candy to the kids, and I wanted to be something scary. I couldn't really think of something that would cross boundaries between scary and also found footage related. Maybe one day I should look into it. I just like wearing a stupid mask and scaring kids. I haven't even watched the episode yet. Been busy. October season is way busy for me. I'm all about that Halloween's. He'd turn off the TV with his little iPad-y thing.
No, he put his
Oh,
he
he
put the
carved it?
iPad, carved it, so it's loud.
Generally considered a sure sign of the mare being on heat
Huh.
and ready to
I
mate.
don't think I watched last week's
The
episode
grooms
yet, that's
shake
what I
the
mean.
flank of the mare on the near side with their hands in a manner similar to
Horses
the action of the
getting
stallion on
forth
that
to
part of
buck.
the mare's body.
Yeah, we got a lady horse with a
Eventually,
kid,
combined
but
actions
apparently
of
the
presence
farmers
of
think that she
stallion,
should be on heat, so we've got a
shaking
horse
of the
coming in
flank,
to bite her bum and get her ready to do it in front of her kid, and she wasn't cooperating, so they tied her lips up.
Shown the necessary signs of being on heat, namely staling and elevated tone.
Oh yeah, so yesterday here, after Halloween, yesterday was Halloween for you guys, it was Melbourne Cup for us, so we had a quick look at some Melbourne Cup history, but that was a 3-hour boring tape, so we took that out and now we're watching horse breeding. This is part 1, it's kind of tame.
Up to a point.
Up to a point. It's still got giant horse dongs
This
and
particular
talking
tease
about
took just
forcing
over
stuff
5
and
minutes.
we might see some close-ups of
results in a matter of 5 or 10 seconds.
horsey
Yeah, Melbourne.
bits.
That's how you pronounce it.
Melbourne. But part 2 has got a lot of the bits where they grab the horse's bits and put them in the other bits, and it's kind of gross. And yes, I will be sending these 2 to Joe to make sure that he checks it out. The very start of this one was probably something they could watch, because it's got the thing where the horse pees a little bit of the sexy fluid, and then it like still frames on it with it like going on the other horse's face. I'm like, yeah, that's a nice still frame.
Carefully note the behaviour of the liver chestnut mare on the left.
But yes, I think Joe would appreciate. They'd probably appreciate more if I put some time code, so he doesn't have to watch the whole thing. It's pretty boring,
But for all external and visible purposes, this liver chestnut mare behaves as a stallion.
it's mostly uncomfortable tedium.
Exactly the same way that
Oh yeah, he can watch it. Not sure about him putting it on the show. Get that past Nick.
When the 2 mares approach
Because it's just surprising with it.
But it's nature. It's nature.
It's natural, it is. Except it's not, because they're forcing it, but it is, because it's horses.
Yeah.
Yeah, no reason not to send them the occasional gift.
Oh, I'm not going to send them the actual tapes. Send them the rips.
What the fuck is it doing?
Kid stuff.
Sounds about right.
When the 2 mares approach the stallion tied up in an adjacent yard, the liver chestnut mare continues her stallion-like behaviour by attempting to protect the on-heat bay mare from any advances by the teaser stallion.
Fucking have you, mate.
Biddly-dee-dee-dee. 2 ladies.
He's like, oh, fuck you then.
When the liver chestnut mare is placed in the yard with
I'm
the
out.
mare, which is on heat, some interesting results occur.
What kind of
The bay
interesting
mare still looks
results?
over the fence seeking the attention of the liver chestnut horse,
Huh?
but that mare's attention is completely taken up with the other on-heat mare.
Right. Are you teaching us stuff or just narrating at this point?
Oh, yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh.
That's...
You will now see
That's
a
the
mare
good
behaving in
stuff.
exactly the same way as a stallion. This liver chestnut mare bites the other mare at the shoulder, the flank, and then mounts and thrusts in exactly the same manner as a stallion.
Here. Put it in here. There we go. not
Sesame
ready yet.
timbers.
It's okay, it's got a cloud of dust.
The Steve Owen effect.
Oh yeah. Hey, that's a good idea. Oh, he's spent and he didn't even get going. Poor guy. It happens to the best of us.
The mare even exhibits fleeman, elevating the head and
It's
curving
a
the
woman.
upper lip, generally considered to be a stallion.
No, it really is. I've not been paying attention.
This
No,
mare
I
has
haven't.
specific hormonal problems, often caused by the presence of tumours or cancers on one or both ovaries. Any mare persistently showing these masculine type symptoms requires specialist veterinary attention.
Oh, we need to relearn the horse. Special veterinary attention. Make them so that they don't want to be girly screwers.
That's right. Isn't that what men do together?
Yeah.
Just watch the horses fuck? Right?
Down here in rural Australia,
There's not much else to do.
when you're a kid, go down the subway.
Oh, here we go. We're getting close-ups now.
Did you want to not watch the close-ups?
How much longer is left on the actual tape?
10 minutes.
I'll watch the actual tape.
Alright. It's your thing.
Start to finish.
Alright.
We've at least got to do some.
Ooh.
How fucked are we gonna be? How banned am I on a scale from 1 to 10?
It's nature, it's a horse. I don't know. This is the rest of the tape, by the way. The last 10 minutes is just this shot.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
That's why I said maybe we shouldn't watch the last 10 minutes.
Well, it's too late now. We've already
Because this
seen.
is all it is.
We've already seen everything.
No, because it blooms, Pete. It blooms. Do you want to show it? It blooms. We probably shouldn't be watching this. It's... You don't want to see it bloom. And he starts poking at it.
Oh God!
Not the horse, the gun.
Oh God!
From their mob, and at this distance show all the obvious signs of mares ready to accept a study.
I mean, you can just drop the VOD.
I'm not going to.
Alright.
Can't be fucked with that. That's too much effort.
Smell it! Oh! It's doing a little dance. This is the worst thing we've ever shown.
It's an animatronic.
It's not real.
Man boobs, you know.
The continual movement of the lips.
Was that our second fucking episode?
Exposure of the
Yep.
clips at the base of the
Medical
vulva.
had naked
Second,
old lady.
the
And
styling or
then there was
intermittent
that
scroll
child safety video when it had a kid in a bath.
Note that when the vulva
Oh,
is
yeah.
lowered, the internal vaginal
I didn't
tissues
know
are
that was
pink
there. I'm like, uh-oh.
and covered
We've
with
we've had some close calls.
Yeah.
This may be the moment. This may be the moment.
We do walk too close to it. See, this is the thing. The universe knew, because that's why everything worked when we got set up today.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, we are
It's like,
watching that.
You're going out. You're going out with a hurrah. Vagina.
Oh,
Vagina.
Check out the vagina. Vagina on that one. I can't do Australian accent. No idea.
Fitting song in the background there.
Say it. Oh, you mean actual.
Yeah.
Unrestricted in action and movement. As soon as the black mirror is restrained and held by an
It's funny that doesn't come through the mic.
she
It's
immediately
good
stops
to come
showing
through the
bone
mic because I'd
features.
get double copyright struck.
This chestnut mare is also showing the very obvious signs of being in season and ready for mating. She stands with hind legs apart, tail elevated, vulva winking, and starting with vaginal discharge. This mare tends to walk around the yard a lot, but that would be due to the fact that she is in a strange yard with strange horses. Whereas the previous black mare was
You're all weird.
mares from the same mob. It is important to recognise
Make it
that any
dance.
mare not in estrus or season may well wink once or twice at the
Wink.
end of
They call it
normal
winking.
urination.
Love the idea that they could have put
However,
both these
that
tapes.
winking
If they're
will
both an hour long, they could
continue
have
Yeah.
easily put them onto one tape. But instead, they were like, we can make twice as much money.
Yeah, $65 a tape.
That's crazy.
Oh no.
You saw it here first.
I don't think you'll see
No.
it anywhere else.
No, literally, you saw it here first.
You'll never see it anywhere else.
This mare has only just been
No,
seen by
stop.
Australians some 5 minutes before these pictures were taken. Note the sudden reduction in the real.
No, don't touch
No!
it! Don't touch
No!
To avoid the
Stop!
transmission of venereal disease
Stop!
to the horse, disposable gloves should always be worn when
it! It's an
handling
oyster.
stallions.
It's an oyster.
This grey mare is in season or ready to be mated, and it's producing. a
Maybe
smell.
we will get banned.
I told you to
Cobweb
turn it
test
off
consists of
about
attempting to
15
place the
minutes.
finger at the base of the vulval lips, and as in this instance, drawing the sticky vaginal
Oh,
discharge.
don't touch it!
No!
Touch-
No! Don't!
Stop!
And will be receptive.
Oh, I'm so publishing the video.
No,
Don't!
Test can be
No!
used in individuals
Come on!
and reluctant to show to a horse.
We'll be right back. No, we won't.
On any
Oh, look, he's got a
horse
pack of Winnie Blues.
written records,
What up,
there's always too
Zan?
much going
Oh, yeah,
on
help me,
for
please.
everything. Written records are essential for
Um,
optimal stud management.
Yeah,
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
We survived.
Nobody say anything to the officials and we'll be fine.
once the teasing is over for the day,
Once the teasing is over for the day.
Oh, and I hope it's over. I'm on heat now.
I need to expel some urine, powder urine.
I'm glad we stuck with it, honestly. That was good content right there.
Just make sure you upload it to YouTube as quick as you can.
I'm recording it.
Oh, that's right then.
We'll be right.
And also put an R18 on it when you put it on YouTube.
Sorry, then.
That's alright, it's ended. We're over. We're good.
But for the record, not our fault. We didn't make the tape.
No, and it's nature.
It's nature.
When farmers touch horse vaginas, it's nature. When they press on it to get some glue on their finger to make a little string and then freeze frame it.
You gotta freeze frame it.
Nature. Whatever you do, do not clip the bit where we were screaming.
Don't do that. You shouldn't do that. That would be
the bit that gets us banned. That clip more than the entire thing.
I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I'm not even really sure how much I would be upset if I got banned anyway at this point.
But I like doing this show.
We can just do it on YouTube.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
You can literally just swap the stream over. It's fine.
Yeah, but we have like audience here, right? No, I guess not.
Sometimes.
It is the responsibility of each viewer to discuss any aspect of the video with their own veterinary surgeon. The producer of this video and the consultant veterinarians will not accept any responsibility for any decision or decisions made by any person as a result of this video unless they are fully consulted before any decision or action is taken. Thanks, Robert H. Kerrigan, New South Wales horse teacher extraordinaire, did a whole bunch of TAFE courses for people to learn horses and wrote a bunch of books and produced this video. Yeah, that's
Of all the tapes we've
That was
watched,
it.
that was one of them.
yeah. You want to pop in number 2?
I feel like we're riding a fine line as it is.
Number 2 is not. It's just all horse sex. It's nothing but horse sex. That was the teasing video. This is the horse sex video.
Yeah.
We're not watching.
We'll still be
this
lucky to survive this one.
I'll post it up on places though. Freeze frame that fluid stream.
Oh boy, let's get back into close-up mode.
Okay. There we go. I can't tell.
We're in close-up mode. You can tell because I'm there on the button.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. You can also tell that the Stinger's not on because Sting's been knocked out.
I don't know. You set it up. I don't touch it.
Yeah, I'm just
I
saying.
just turn up and provide the terrible, terrible content.
I feel like the best content was the part we weren't going to watch.
Yeah.
That was the...
Yeah.
If there's a best of, that bit is probably a best of.
Because we synchronized the don't freeze frame stream. That was quite nice. Well, that's us done for another week.
Yeah.
What do you got planned for
That
this week?
episode was strangely fun.
Yeah. I actually have a mystery.
You know what? If you want to suggest a theme, just go ahead and do it at this point.
Oh yeah, go ahead. I mean, I've got some stuff planned out, but we can shuffle some stuff around.
Yeah, we were always down to shuffle.
Oh, that's all right. Next week we're watching a video called
Robot Attack.
We call it Giant Robot Attack because the front cover says Giant Robot Attack on the front of a big robot. But we took it home and watched it, and much to our dismay, it's just a Guy Fawkes parade.
Yeah.
So we're watching a parade.
I haven't watched it in over a decade now. So
neither have
it's
I.
going to be
And I
both
do remember
new and
the
nostalgic to me.
tape was kind of wrecked, so it might even be buzzing everywhere.
Given how much we were drinking in those days, it's safe to say that I'll only recognize like it'll be like when I watched Society for the first time since then, and I was like, have I seen this movie? No. Yes. No. Yes.
Yeah. And you've since watched a parade on cinema, haven't you? One of
yes.
those little locally made parades.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it was. Yes, I have watched parades. Yeah, I did a parades episode.
Yeah.
That was fun.
All
But
right.
yes. On that note, Modular, we're actually going to get out of here too.
Yeah.
I have to put the kid to bed.
And I want to watch Batman.
So thanks everyone for watching.
Tune in next week.
I'd apologize,
Or
but I
don't.
really don't care.
Yeah. I like how you rewound the video.
Of course I did. You need to watch it again sometime.
Yeah.
That's on the best of.
Yeah, we can kind of pull it out again.
When we do our live show, part of that has to be in
I
there.
tell you what we'll do is I'll swap the videos around and we won't notice until we play.
Ah!
All right.
All right. Anything you want to say before we end?
Go check out our archive channel and watch
Yeah.
some stuff without us
Copyright
talking over the
Machine.
top.
Or go back and watch our archive of episodes on State of Normality on YouTube.
It's 100 in there.
And,
Actually, what episode are we up to? 80?
71?
71. Nice. There's 71 other episodes of us
We've
watching.
we've
shit.
done quite a few of these. We would have had more if it wasn't for COVID and for technological stuff and for there was another reason, right? Oh, I needed a break for a couple of weeks.
Turned into a month.
1 month? It was like 2 months,
check
two and
out
a
my
half
socks.
months, right? Oh, you got the Happy Meal socks?
With the happiness. I just drove through and got socks. Socks, please.
1 socks, please.
And they're like, do you want the fries or the burger? I'm like, fries, please. Can't say no to fries. All right.
All right. Thanks everybody for watching.
Be kind,
See
be
you
wise.
next time.